philosophy with small business in the small business world, and it is to kind of go with the flow and not try to swim against the stream. I used to call it being late to the play. You know, like in basketball, if you're the trailer on the fast break, you get the easy pass and an easy dunk. But it's a better way to say it is, is to kind of go with the flow. And what I think a mistake right now would be to get hyper about AI and start spending a lot of time trying to figure out how, and where you could use it. Because there's so much change happening, and it's all, low level. It's all kind of coming up all over the place. I think the thing to do is just to kind of go with the flow, and then where you see it as an opportunity to be used in your business, then maybe look into using it. Like for our business, research tools. Of course, that makes total sense. It's just an even better research tool built into the research tools. But now, it depends on the business you're in too. If you're in a technology business, maybe you have to, try to get out there on the cutting edge. But I watch a lot of small business owners work every week, and and I really believe in this flow, that you go with the flow. Don't try. You don't have to always be out in front of it, because in the small business world, 80% of what you're thinking about isn't going to be right anyway. So if you spend all this extra energy trying to get too far ahead, 80% of that is just a waste of time. So if you can just lay back a little bit and watch what's going on and use the technology that you see, that is going to help your business. So I've done that a lot in my business, and I try not to get too far ahead of it, but then I'm always looking at what's available and what I can adapt for our firm, and then when we do make a change, it is a dramatic change, because I know that it's going to be super helpful. But I'm not wasting a lot of time, and driving everybody else in the firm crazy and the clients with doing a lot of unnecessary stuff, trying to get out ahead of it when that doesn't come to fruition in a helpful way anyway. So.
Okay. Next, the entrepreneur's pivot. Tom, in today's dynamic business environment, agility and adaptability are crucial. Can you provide examples of how you have successfully pivoted a small business in the past, and what strategies or actions you implemented to navigate the changing landscape?
That is one of the things we do a lot, is help small business owners who are struggling to pivot and adapt their business. And so what happens a lot when they come in is they just got a bad business model. And so we look at their business model and we try to redesign it so that it works better. And the second thing is we look at the talents and the areas for improvement of a business owner, and we try to align that business model better with their talents and not their areas for improvement. A third way we try to help people is, especially in this day and age with technology changing so fast, is to work on being open-minded. Okay, a lot of people especially in small business, they're working with the front of their brain, the prefrontal cortex, to try to solve problems. And in this environment, sometimes I think it's better to just kind of relax and work towards the middle of the brain and get to the creative part of your brain, and think in terms of being more open-minded and more agreeable. So a lot of small business owners, they'll get it done. They'll find a way. The pandemic hits them, 2 steps backwards, but they find a way to dig their heels in, use the prefrontal cortex to fight their way through it and get out of it and win the day and overcome the pandemic. But I think with this technology, with the world changing, I think the world's going to be changing at a dramatic pace. And at least for myself, I find myself, instead of leaning forward, digging my heels in and fighting harder, to kind of lean back a little bit and zen out and try to think in terms of being more open-minded and agreeable. Let those new opportunities, new ways of thinking kind of into my thoughts. So it's a different way of thinking.